Hello everyone, I am finally back, and I want to thank you all for hanging in there with me while my computer was down. It was the strangest thing. It was a month ago today I posted my last video, and after that the computer just didn't recognize the camera nor my printer. And so I went through all kinds of machinations trying to fix these two things, and I had some video done at the time, one of my backyard, and I can't remember the other thing. And I just could not get the machine to recognize the camera, and I thought, oh gosh. So as time went on, there were more and more issues with the computer, and finally I called the one I have is an HP Compaq Presario. I called HP, and I gotta tell you, their customer service is just stellar. I was very pleased with it. One evening, one of their representatives was on the phone with me for 2 hours trying to fix this darn thing, and she was very patient, and she knew what she was doing. And at the end, we didn't resolve anything, and she said I would have to send the computer in, and they sent me a box via FedEx to send the computer back, and it went to Indianapolis this time to be fixed. And I noticed when I took the cover off, it was made in China, and I thought, that might be part of the problem right there. I had to blame somebody at this point. I was getting very agitated. But I sent it to them last week, and yesterday the FedEx guy showed up, and I was so damn happy to see him. Oh my God. So I got everything set up, and here I am today. So I want to take this opportunity to thank Joni. That is Joan3424. She did a video for me because I didn't want you to think I just disappeared off the face of the earth, which I hadn't. And thank you to everyone who emailed me and left me messages and comments, and I really appreciate it. And I did miss you guys. I really miss making videos and talking to everybody, and so I'm glad to be back. Hopefully this will be the last issue, but you never know. It isn't difficult to keep the computer up and the camera going. Dorothy, who mentioned it, it isn't a difficult job, but it's like a car. If the car doesn't work, it's a bad day. When the computer doesn't work, it's a bad day. It doesn't take a genius, but something goes wrong. What are you going to do? Got to send it out for service. And I might mention that HP did all this at no charge to me at all, so that was even better. I liked that. So I'm back in business here now, and last night it did snow a little bit, and this morning I got up and there was more snow, and it was snowing a little, so I did catch that on video, and I'll post that after this video. I don't know how long I've been talking now, but it's been a rough 2 weeks here. My auntie died, and my middle brother, had his appendix out, which had burst. And I'll go into that as much as I can without going over on the time. My aunt met my uncle during the Korean War. She was born Hawaiian, but went back to Japan during her early years, and her mother was from Japan. She was a mail order bride, and they lived in Hilo, Hawaii, which isn't on the same island that Beth is on. They were actually on Hawaii. She's been ill for several years. She had fallen in the bathtub here in New York and broke her back, and it was just a steady downhill from there. But she was one tough cookie for a 4'10", 85-pound woman. She was like a little Japanese soldier. You did not dare cross this woman. She could ream you out and never utter a curse word. I admired her for that, because when I get angry, they just come flying out. But she's always been there for us, and as many of you know that my mother died when I was 13 in 1967, and my sister was 10, and my brothers were 11, 7, and 4. She had breast cancer, and of course then in 67, you just died from it. And even though she had 2 children of her own, she was very attentive to us. And I could always go to her for good advice. If I followed her advice, things went well. If I didn't, it didn't turn out so good. So it was a shock. I hadn't seen her in 5 years because she was in Hawaii, and she did have a couple strokes, so she was in a Buddhist nursing home, which was great because they had the Buddhist priests there, and they had all her food that she likes to eat. You know, her breakfast consisted of tea, rice, fruit, and fish. You know, she ate a typical Japanese breakfast, and that's what she enjoyed. So it was good, and on her last birthday, I was so happy. My sister and I went in and got her a really nice floral arrangement and had it sent to the nursing home. And I said, I'm so glad we did that now, I said to my sister, because we didn't know this was going to be her last birthday. So it's been kind of a struggle because she was so far away, and we have to just rely on people to tell us she's gone. And it's just really hard. That whole generation of women now are gone, and I have been boosted to the front since I'm the oldest woman in this family now, and I could never be as wise and such a gracious hostess and so loving. I can't be as loving as she, but she was a wonderful hostess, a very smart woman, and we all miss her. Definitely. I did share with some of you her eulogy and obituary, and I was happy to do that. I was very proud of her. I don't know how much time I have left, so I think I will stop here and make another video and tell you about my brother and his burst appendix, which it was kind of touch and go there for a while for him. And he's okay now, but yeah, it was scary. So I'll do another video to catch up on things, and I'm so glad to be back, and I'm waiting to hear from all of you. Be back in a minute.